It's working now. And just to recall, I'll share my screen in a little minute here. On the channel for our course, we have the set of things that we're going to talk about today. Okay, so you can see in the projects channel. Let me close this. This is our agenda today. So I apologize again, the slides were out a bit late, but basically we have two things that we need to do. We need to go through all the projects to give you some feedback, okay? For the DYOM and other projects where guests are participating from the beginning of the semester, you guys are in your final sprint, which is the analysis sprint. There'll be one more sprint in the sixth project consultation section that will be in week 12. That will be just to double check that everything is ready for your project presentation during steps in week 13. Okay, so there will be slides already pretty much available that I'll just put up later after this session. And then for 6101 second half of the semester students, you need to use the development 2 template or something similar to that. These are, again, just suggested slide decks. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily having to do that. Okay, so because we are close to the end of the semester and the point of these sessions is to give you feedback, especially from your peers, we don't need to spend the whole 2 hours. Hopefully it'll be faster than that. So what I'm prescribing is that we'll have turns where we have 3 groups going in turn to give their updates. So what I'm going to do now is create the breakout rooms. Okay, so that we can present. And I know in room 1, Taka needs to leave early. So we're going to have his group present first here. Okay, and for the other 2 teams in the first room, you guys can take turns. And then for DYOM 6101 group 2, we're going to go in this order. Okay. And for 6101 part 2, for this half of the semester, I will be attending their breakout room. So that will be actually the only session that is recorded. So please help with that. If you need to review your peers' notes on this, please make sure that you have written it down somewhere, okay? So Yisang has done the right thing, which is what I was actually just going to suggest, which is if you have slides that you use either the slide deck or something else, please either bump them up from your previous thread, if you have a thread from before, or just paste something like this into the projects channel. This is especially for all of you in the 6101, the second half of the course. Hopefully you've had a chance to put together some notional slides. If not, at least start a thread to say that, you know, I'm going to talk about, you know, any comments about my project you can put on my thread in this channel, okay? So please go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll give you about 5 minutes here to go put up your slides in the projects channel, or at least start a thread to say, this is the thread, for example, I'll just take Yisong's example here, for the causal estimation project by Yisong and Wang CHENGXIN. And then if you have comments, just go ahead and put it up. Okay, so I see Taka has done that for the first breakout room. Okay, now just to give you some heads up about what's happening for steps. Okay, like I said, in the system, in Slack, there will be a 18 steps, just like in previous years. So steps, if you're not familiar with it, especially for our incoming PhD students, we have this project showcase, which happens at the end of every semester. And students who are a part of a course that has a significant project outcome or component often takes part in this. So what will happen is, I think the PM of a Wednesday of week 13, I think that's April 14th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. So, yep, here we are. We have the steps event, which will be through Zoom. It will feature breakout rooms. Okay, so there'll be a breakout room, I think, for each project. But besides that, there'll be the main room. And the main room is where you will be taking the floor during some particular length of time, usually about 10 minutes or so, to give an overview of the project. So STEPS features many different project courses. We're one of the more advanced ones, having postgraduate students. Usually the courses are more undergraduate students participating. Okay, and for this case, so I'll show you what it looks like. You don't have to register. So this button you can ignore, because you'll get an email from me later on this afternoon that will register you to the email address that you have listed in the bit.ly lecture choice Google spreadsheet. Okay, so all of your emails over here will be sent an email later on. Okay, so that information will go to you, and then you'll have to use this system to register. And on a particular project page, I'm going to go back to the old system. Okay, on a particular project page, like let's see, we'll go to the 6101 from a couple of years ago. You'll get a little bit like this, a page like this, which you can modify. So when you log in, you'll get a page that has links that you can put up your own homepage, your poster that's required for the course outcome. Okay, and you can put up a couple images to make it nicer. Okay, and typically this project showcase is public, and you can get your friends to vote on your project. The highest voted projects receive a award, a cash award from SOC. So the awards are really a popularity contest. They're not necessarily about scientific achievement, but it's also nice to get a prize. It doesn't hurt, right? So a lot of undergraduate courses take this very seriously. For our course, not so seriously, but it's nice if you can put some effort into doing that appropriately. Okay, so you can see some of the things that people have done. They've put up posters. These are like the ones that you'll have to create. So you can take a look at these posters from previous steps. Okay, I'll just put up the address here so that you can see this. So I'll just put it in the projects. Steps. That's just one example. There are a couple other steps, like this was the one from last semester, but there's ones from 16 steps too. Let me just check whether that works. Let's see, just put it in here. Just modify that. Nope, try 15. Yeah, okay, so this was another one. I'll just put this one up as well. Maybe I'll just edit that post so that you can see it there too. Okay, so you can go to either of these websites to have a look at some of the different types of projects that people have done in the past, and then the posters that they've prepared. So that's the key important thing, is if you look at a poster, you can get an idea of what type of information they put on their poster. Okay, so that you can get an expectation of that. Okay, in the meantime, while you're still bumping things up in the threads here, so I see only 2 decks so far. So I hope other people will put some in. So I saw Ariffin put in one. That's great. So please put them up so that your counterparts inside of the breakout rooms, especially hopefully Ruofan, Yong, and Hongfu will put up one as well. So all of you are Mr. Liu. Okay, great. So please put them up so that we can have something to look at. Okay, so I will go ahead and manufacture the breakout rooms. So we'll need 3 of them today. And I'm going to let you choose which room you're supposed to go to. So these are now open. So please go to the rooms that you're assigned. And then in about 3 or 4 minutes, you can start your presentations, okay? So I'll be moving you all over to the other rooms as well.